about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
आप सभी लोग हमारे तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते
Namaskar.
वनकम
Namaskara.
खुशामदीद
Assalamualaikum.
सत श्री अकाल
మీకు అందరికీ వందనము.
जय स्वामी नारायण
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेन्द्र
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे या अली मदद.
मौला अली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजे में लोग बोलेंगे नीसा मुल्ला बदजान हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैं से फालतू बाबा
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make it totally exciting. And totally मस्तानी बंद जानी.
True that बदजान and of course let me tell you आज है 225th day of sheltering in place over here बदजान अगर आप सोचें अरे हाँ कहाँ पे यहीं पे यार in the Bay Area in fact almost like around 7 months ago 7+ months ago, Balajan, we went into sheltering in place. It's been 6 months since we had the peak of the virus in America, and sad news is it still is peaking, and it's still kind of getting up there. Yeah, Balajan, the numbers were pretty much very high somewhere in the month of March, April. We hope it doesn't get to that level right now. We'll talk about that in the news items for sure. Like you said, probably you want to know what's happening on the roads, right, Balajan? So here you go. Raste ka haal, total sustenance.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Yeah, Baljan, 408-912-2479 is the number to call if at all you are experiencing some kind of, I don't know, should I say, congestion somewhere. Well, not congestion in your body. If you have a congestion in your body, you probably want to go get checked up for COVID virus and everything. But Jan, yes, it is a time of flu season. Keep your immune system strong, and yeah, cough, sniffles, sabhi hone wala hai. Don't have to get scared if at all you suddenly are coughing. Just get checked if possible. There are multiple places where you can go check this thing for whether for COVID test you can do. Go and there are many free locations also available. I'll post it on Facebook page where you can go do it for sure. But Jan, let's see. Look at the traffic right now. Bay Area streets are looking empty. Total COVID situation. So traffic accident, only one I reported right now is is on southbound 101, north of Yerba Buena Road in San Jose. The right shoulder is affected because of this, but kind of is opening up anyways. Bay Bridge, not an accident, but the Bay Bridge is looking busy right now, which is probably south towards San Francisco, heading towards San Francisco. Otherwise, I don't see any other report of any kind of traffic accidents or for the matter congestion in traffic for sure. That's good news, right, Faltrani?
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's going to be a cold day. Just cold right now. You can see Faltrani at the studio already having the sniffles right now. Please make sure you are taking the vitamin C's and everything. Manajan, whatever you got to do, stay healthy. And highest temperature today is going to be on 81. So it's going to be a hot day, but also started off as a cold morning, somewhere in the lower 50s. But now it's mid 50s right now. Slowly heating up. And it will probably by 3 p.m. we'll have a temperatures of around 80 or 81 kind of a thing, Manajan. So it's going to be a beautiful day, sunny all the way, no clouds in sight, so blue skies right now in California. Perfect time for somebody to start writing a song. Faltrani, how about that?
Yeah.
Panajan, right now what we're going to do is we're going to go and check out what the headlines are, because Faltrani probably already has headlines in place right now, Faltrani?
Yeah.
Yes, Balajan, so let's go check out what the headlines are, then come back for our Gaane Ka Kida. This is the headlines.
hard to vote. Fired up black voters are doing it anyway. Baffled and scared, U.S. felons face hurdles after regaining their right to vote. Trump administration sets a record low limit for new U.S. refugees. U.S. accuses 8 people in alleged plot to harass and intimidate citizens to return to China. Germany and France prepare new lockdowns as COVID sweeps Europe. S&P 500 and the Dow sink to late September lows on virus woes. Twitter, Google, and Facebook CEOs are defending key internet law before the US Senate panel today. Facebook's Zuckerberg struggles to connect, forcing US Senate hearing to pause. Tesla's autopilot is a distant second compared to GM's Super Cruise in a hands-free test, according to Consumer Reports. Zoom is rolling out end-to-end encryption. What will work and what will not, you'll learn shortly. And in news from India, India continues to be among countries with the lowest per million COVID-19 cases and deaths. And finally, in the Sushant Singh Rajput case, Rhea Chakrabarti's accusations against the late actor's sisters is speculative, is what the CBI is saying at this point in time. There is also one breaking news headline that just came out about Jared Kushner, where there is a call that got revealed, a recording just now, audio from April, which reveals that the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, praised Trump's push past a panic phase and a strategy to pin failures on governors. He says that is a strategy that he's using, and he also went to the extent of saying that doctors are no longer in charge. My father-in-law is.
Oh my God! I tell you seriously, Jack Krishna. Ever since I see this thing, I feel like as though I'm watching an SNL series going on. We'll talk about the Banjam, but right now, let me tell you, it's time for us to be going into a Gana Kida for you guys. And as a Gana Kida Banja is a nice, happy, lucky song from the movie Jawani Diwani. And this is actually in the voice of Yasir Desai Bandajan. Very nice song called Bandhu Tu Mera. Enjoy the song.
हम क्यों फिक्र साथ लम्हे बिता ले अभी ना करे कोई वादा ना थोड़ा ना ही ज्यादा आना है तो आजा क्या है सोचता ओ बंधु तू मेरा मेरा है तुझसे दिल का वास्ता तेरे संग होने से I'm always happy.
Yeah, Banjan, आपके संग होने से हम always हैं happy. This by Dev Shi Khanduri, and also this actually is direction by somebody new. It is Gaurav and Roshan. So two people, the duo who are actually doing this song. Banjan, it's a nice song, again sung by Yasir Desai, beautifully sung by him, of course, for this movie called Jawani Janiman. If you haven't seen the movie, worthwhile a watch. Saif Ali Khan playing a very age-appropriate role to a father of a 20-year-old. Nepotism we have, Pooja Bedi's daughter.
खुशी गम की डगर साथ रोए हंसे सपना सफर ओ बाटे खुशी गम की डगर साथ रोए हंसे सपना सफर बेढंगियां बदमाशियां साथ होने से लगती सही है मगर है उनके गानों में अपने कई फसाने आ गाए उनके गाने क्या है सोचता ओ बंधु तू मेरा मेरा है तुझसे दिल का वास्ता तेरे संग होने से I'm always happy, happy, happy. ओ बंधु तू मेरा मेरा है तुझसे दिल का वास्ता तेरे संग होने से I'm always happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy. Happy, happy.
को बेजान तेरे संग होने से I'm always happy. That's true, Banjan. Faltani, how was the song for you guys? Was it good? Did you like it?
I always have liked the song. I like this. The first time I heard it, I was like, wow. Wow. Like, wow. Just like Saif Ali Khan says, right?
Yeah, wow. That's true. And Saif Ali Khan or Faltani, the thing really matches very well.
In what way?
Yeah, so, social butterflies.
What?
Yeah, I think you're a social butterfly, Faltani.
What do you mean by social butterfly?
You like to be social, like to smile, laugh around, people party, all the stuff. That's what the whole role is, that guy, no? Jawai Janiman.
Oh God, no, that...
I would imagine you're a female version of Saif Ali Khan. Totally.
Oh God, that is so mean. What do you mean by I'm a female version of Saif
He's a
Ali
nice
Khan?
guy. He's a nice... Hello, excuse me. Nothing... It's all in a
Next
good way,
Tuesday-
yeah? He's compassionate. He's empathetic. He likes to have fun. That's it.
And he's intelligent. He's well read.
Not about him as a person, dude. Please.
Ah,
I'm talking about the character.
Now you're qualifying. Oh my goodness.
Qualifying? What do you mean qualifying? Of course I'm qualifying because you always misunderstand what do I say. Well, that doesn't matter. It's actually a born trait in her. Can't help it but to jump. But now let me tell you, Faltani. How about we go and check out the news, Faltani? Because people are waiting. ये headlines पढ़ के तो ना तो news पढ़नी पड़ेगी नहीं तो people feel like, oh my God, half done somewhere, right?
Oh God.
Hey, but what's news about the coronavirus, Faltani? Any news on that?
Yes, there is, Alta Baba.
Yeah.
So the coronavirus. Okay, let's give you some happy news. Okay.
Ah, good. Thank you. Have you found a vaccine?
Huh? No.
Oh my God! They tell me they found a cure
Oh
for
my
it.
God! Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton are finally engaged. Woohoo! They're the couple that whose love affair started on The Voice together, if you remember.
No, I
And
don't
she had
remember.
Been,
I don't know who Gwen Stefani is. I don't even know that.
Oh, be quiet.
Who's the guy?
They're on The Voice. Blake Shelton, country
So
music singer.
Blake Shelton is a guy, lady, is it?
It's a guy.
Oh, okay, fine. Oh, the two guys falling in love.
Gwen Stefani is a lady. Oh my God, how?
I'm so sorry. I don't
ignorant
know
can
about
you
these.
be?
I can be really ignorant.
Okay,
Faltani.
I'll give you good news. That's for you. Krispy Kreme is offering free donuts.
No, yeah, wow, that's
Wait.
Wow, what? What's
And,
the catch?
and I voted stickers on election day.
Yes, woohoo!
So go cast your ballot and then go pick up.
How many donuts per person?
I don't know.
I can actually vote multiple times to come back and say I got voted multiple times.
Yeah, you could like eat and smack your lips and like CNN says, say that tastes like civic duty.
That's true. I am loving it.
Yes. So happy news, Alta Mama. Is that good for you?
I love it.
Okay, so that's something to make you smile about, Bandajan. And then there's a very nice story that I read about a San Jose man who actually donated 25,000 of his baseball cards to a 9-year-old who lost all her baseball card collection in a fire. So he came out and he
nice.
donated. That's such a nice gesture. And there is goodness in the world, man. It's just,
Yeah, and there's goodness in the world. There's a lot of baseball cards not being used.
Whatever, Alto Baba. Do you know how important that collection is?
Yeah, do you know how valuable the collection was?
Yeah.
It was just, okay, whatever, fine.
How valuable was the connection?
I
Please
don't
tell me.
know. I don't know, Father. I don't follow baseball. I'm sorry.
Anyway, this girl lost all of hers in the wildfire, and this man went out and donated
nice.
all of
That's
it.
very
That
sweet.
was really, really a sweet story, and I thought it's important to share.
God bless, Father. Very good. Thanksgiving के time पे ऐसे share करते रहो. But Thanksgiving is little ways away, man.
Yeah, no, not ways away.
First comes
It's-
Diwali, right?
Well, we're less than a month away.
First comes Halloween.
Halloween this weekend, Madhajan, but let's go on and let's talk a little bit about politics.
Yeah.
In the historically black neighborhoods of Waco, Texas, the usual get out the vote activities in this presidential election here were appended by the pandemic. So gone was the all-day party with a DJ and grills full of barbecue at an early voting site at a center that once housed a historically black college. Organizers toned down the Souls to the Polls event that once saw church vans packed with voters and decorated for the occasion. Door knocking was replaced by 5,000 hangers placed on doorknobs reminding people to vote. Still, longtime political organizers in the African American community in this central Texas city said their efforts have gotten a boost from President Donald Trump. He and other Republicans have called for poll monitoring and sought restrictions on mail balloting in Texas and elsewhere this year to prevent alleged voter fraud. Black voters say residents and activists have interpreted those actions as an attempt to disenfranchise them, rightfully so. Their response has been to turn out in record numbers in early voting in parts of Waco. So that's what is giving the Biden campaign an impetus right now, Banijan, because record number of voters are showing up for the polls. And based on what I've seen, it ticks off black voters, says Linda Lewis, the director of political engagement for the local chapter of the NAACP, the country's largest civil rights organization. At that former campus in the East Waco neighborhood, 7,571 people had cast ballots in the first 2 weeks of early voting, more than 5,155 who showed up in all of 2016, voting records show. So people are going out to vote. Please do that yourself, Panajam. 9 years after completing a prison sentence for a gang-related shooting, Angel Sanchez cast his first ballot in the U.S. presidential election on Saturday, one of a growing number of Americans with felony convictions who regained their right to vote. But the Miami resident has to overcome a dizzying array of administrative hurdles and briefly feared that he had unknowingly committed a felony by registering to vote without fully paying off court costs associated with the sentence. So it's not as simple. What they're saying is, even though they've regained, ex-felons have regained their right to vote, there is a huge administrative hurdle. It almost amounts to a voter suppression.
Yeah.
So if you want to read up on the story, you can go to mediamahima.com. The Trump administration has slashed the number of refugees it will allow to resettle in the United States in the coming year, capping the number at only 15,000, a record low in the country in the history of this country's modern refugee program. President Donald Trump finalized his plan in a memo overnight and set the ceiling for fiscal 2021, which started this month, includes 6,000 unused placements from last year that might have been used if it were not for the COVID-19 pandemic. He is seeking a re-election on November 3rd, as we all know, and has taken a hard line towards legal and illegal immigration, including sharply curbing refugee admissions every year since taking office in 2017. In other immigration-related news, 8 people have been charged with conspiring to work on China's behalf in a plot involving threatening letters and the use of night vision goggles to surveil and coerce a Chinese family to return to their home country to face charges, according to a U.S. criminal complaint unsealed on Wednesday. 5 of these individuals charged include an American private investigator to help on the family, were arrested on Wednesday in New Jersey, New York, and California, while the rest are believed to be in China, top Justice Department officials said in a news conference. The alleged plot was known as Operation Fox Hunt and Operation Skynet, court records show. It was to Chinese nationals living in foreign countries to intimidate them to return to China and face charges. Wow, this seems like a horror movie that's playing out in front of you. All right? In the meanwhile, let's also tell you the S&P 500 and the Dow hit their lowest levels since late September on Wednesday as a surge in coronavirus cases in the United States and Europe dashed hopes of a quick global economic recovery. Shares of hotels, airlines, and other companies sensitive to COVID-19 related fell, with Wynn Resorts down 2%, S&P 1500 airlines index declining 3%, and the energy sector losing about 3% as prices fell on fears of lower fuel demand. Big tech companies, Apple, Google, CEO, all the FANG stocks, which are due to report results on Thursday, fell between 2.8% and 4.8%. For the latest numbers, you can go to mediamahima.com. In some tech news, Twitter, Google, Facebook CEOs defended a law protecting companies before a U.S. Senate panel on Wednesday, while Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg struggled to connect virtually with the hearing to halt.
You know why?
Why?
He's very smart. He learned a few things from the high schoolers over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm not able to connect with you guys. I can imagine he went like,
Yeah.
But that could be his style of talking. Do you see him talk actually?
Yeah.
He takes a long pause. Probably the senators didn't have time to, or rather the Congress didn't have time to,
It's not Congress, it's senators.
Senators,
It's a Senate panel.
Yeah.
Well, the topic of reforming the law has split US lawmakers on ways to hold big tech accountable for how they moderate content on their platform and shape political discourse. Twitter Inc.'s Jack Dorsey and Sundar Pichai told the committee that Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which protects companies from liability over content posted by users, is crucial for freshen on the internet. Twitter's Dorsey warned the committee that eroding the foundation of the Section 230 could significantly hurt how people communicate online. Pichai's company operates without political bias, and that doing so would be against its business interests. And of course, I mentioned Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg struggled to connect. I've seen that, some people will write connecting to audio.
Yeah.
There's a child, right? Did it for a school. I told you one time where he changed his name to say connecting to audio, so the teacher would think that he's attempting to connect to audio, and he just bother to connect.
Yeah, the other day we actually were on Geetmala and I was like, trying to sing a song. People thought like, hey, your mic is off.
Yeah. Yeah. In some other news, Tesla's autopilot is coming up as a distant second compared to GM Super Cruise in a hand test. General Motors Super Cruise again edged Tesla out in an evaluation of 17 equipped with active driving assistance system by Consumer Reports, a testing organization said on Wednesday. And in some international news, Germany, France prepare new lockdowns as COVID sweeps Europe. Bars and restaurants are going to be shut down for a month on Wednesday. And France has prepared controls on movement as the coronavirus surged across Europe. Financial markets tumbled at the likely cost of a second lockdown. In the meanwhile, how do we connect? We connect via Zoom, right? Video conferencing platform Zoom has rolled out end-to-end encryption to both free and paid use globally. The E2EE feature will be available in video meetings with up to 200 participants on Zoom desktop client version 5.4.0 for Mac and C. The Zoom Android and Zoom Rooms and iPhone users may have to wait some more time as the Zoom iOS app is pending Apple iStore, that App Store approval. When the E2EE is turned on, you'll see a green shield at the top left side of the meeting window. To ensure that the meeting is encrypted, a padlock sign will appear. And they're using the 256-bit AES GCM encryption that secures Zoom meetings by default. And also in some news from India, good news, sort of, with calibrated measures and a focused strategy of the center along with the states and the union territories. India has sustained its position of recording one of the lowest COVID-19 cases as well as deaths per million population, the Union Health Ministry said on Wednesday. While the global figure for COVID-19 cases per million is 5,552, India is reporting 5,790 cases per million population. Brazil, UK, Russia, and South Africa are much higher numbers. And finally, in news about Sushant Singh Rajput's case, the CBI has told the Bombay High Court that Rhea Chakraborty's accusation against the late actor's sisters for obtaining a fake medical prescription for him is mostly speculative. Such speculation cannot be the basis of an FIR, the Central A said in response to Rajput's sisters, Priyanka Singh and Meetu Singh, seeking to quash the case lodged against them by Mumbai police. You can actually go and catch up on all these news stories, Bandhujan, and also if you want to find out about what polling stations are open in your neighborhoods, you can go to mediamahima.com. We will share all this information over there. We'll see you tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Till then, have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday.
ओ बंधु मेरा मेरा है तुझसे